Hello, Proxy Table Gaming fans. We're PTG, Hyper G I am, and I am with Lucky Sixes as always.
Sixes lucky I am.
Yeah, you are. That you cannot deny that.
Yeah, exactly. That's fact.
It is. Funnily enough, you got that nickname a long time before we went on YouTube, and
well, minus the sixes.
Just lucky. Yeah, true. But everyone agrees it's true, don't they? Everyone who
undeniable. It's undeniable.
Mm-hmm. I think even though this video has only just started, we should have a first little. If you've ever seen Lucky Sixes have a bad luck game, put it in the comments.
If you've ever seen me roll below a 6, just
yeah, spam the comments. Usually for your break tests. We are ready for another battle report, and this one's a bit dark, isn't it? Wow,
what the hell is that?
Nice little picture. So yeah,
what are you showing me?
We hinted at going from one supplementary army in the last video to another supplementary army. Last time we had Makar. This time we've got the Cultists.
It's like we're working our way through it.
Cultists, baby! Look at that, summoning a demon. I like it. I don't care about the vermin swarms, Yeah.
Yeah, they're there as well.
Yeah.
With old Stat Rat himself.
Yeah, I know you haven't got your little sound effect ready, have you?
No, I haven't. It's been so long.
Yes, it has. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so before we properly get into this battle, just say I hope everyone's doing okay in the lockdown situation.
Yes.
And in the various lockdowns around the world. I hope you're all okay.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Obviously, you can see that we're still recording these online.
Make sure you get your essentials from the shop.
Yes, definitely. Actually, speaking of essentials, I had to go on an essentials shop just to get crisps the other day.
Very good.
Yeah,
Did you have to buy milk and bread just to make sure you could get through?
Nah, didn't do that. I wanted to be in and out as quick as possible. Essentials, go home.
Part of the problem, mate.
Yeah, spreading the disease. Anyway, shouldn't admit to that, really, should I? But I've done it now. Edit? Nah. Right, cool. Yeah, so I hope you're staying safe, everybody, and I hope you're enjoying the content. I apologise on behalf of PTG, because he never apologises for anything, that we're down to only one video a week, but, it's just a situation.
Yes.
And we will return to more battle reports like you wouldn't believe as soon as we can. I know that you're desperate for another battle at this point, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very much so. And it won't be too far off. Like,
no.
We know what's in the pipeline, so it should be good.
Yes, we do. And without lingering on that too much longer, we find out that this battle between myself controlling cultists, in case you hadn't guessed, I don't think we would have said who was.
Oh yeah, there's no reason.
Good guess. Could have been you. Could have been anyone.
Good guess.
Yeah, it is me. Refuse, flank, and breakthrough being the objective. We're out of practice, aren't we? And this is the cultist list that I've come up with. So
what are the cultist bits?
Yeah, I mean,
because it's basically cultists can
summon demons.
It's not just a picture. That wasn't just an informational picture.
No.
That was
live action. That happened.
It's basically what's going to happen.
That actually happened while I was creating the list.
So talk me through it.
All right, yeah, cool. So basically, what it's based around is you've got a few characters who are in tune with demons. So basically, you can't take any actual Demon Legion characters because those are physical demons.
Okay, the characters.
So the characters for the cultist army are very unique to their army book. So you've got the basic cult leader, who is like your ringleader of all the cultists, really. He's the one with the proper demon abilities and the magic. And then you've got the demon symbiote, who is symbiote, who is probably possessed by a demon and possessed by a more powerful demon, who is also in touch with his demonic side and can also summon demons potentially. But he's like a little bit enhanced. So whereas your normal cult leader is like a squishy human with some magical powers, the demon symbiote is properly like style.
On speed.
Yeah, totally. So while we're talking about characters, I'll go through the builds I've got. I'll tell you bits about the rules that go alongside them, the ones you won't be familiar with, because this is our first cultist battle. So Wizard Master Evocation. He does have a choice of a few paths, but I quite like trying Evocation with him. Obviously, his first cultist battle, so who knows whether it's good or bad. Master of Ritual means that he gets an extra. Oh God, I'm going to get this wrong, aren't I? I think he gets an extra. Yeah, I should have had a look at the book before I started recording this. I think it means he gets an 18-inch discipline bubble.
Sweet.
Which is quite important because the cultists cannot take BSBs at all.
Oh.
So that's quite an interesting one. He's got he's got Destiny's Call, which is from the main book. Ledger of Souls. I think that is from one of the normal books.
Sounds like Warriors. That sounds like something from Warriors.
Oh well, there you go.
You
can tell me.
I think that one is you can store 6 spell tokens instead of 3.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of the cultist special abilities is using their Vel tokens, which they use to summon demons.
It's either that or it's when someone dies, you get a Vel token. One of those.
That sounds familiar for what I actually used it with. So
Sick.
Yeah, that would be what I think. That would be what I think I chose. Yeah, so I was right about Master of Ritual. Now I've got the book, and it also adds +1 discipline on that cult leader, so it brings him from a base discipline 8 up to 9. So yeah, it makes him a real bubble of good leadership, basically. Then Talisman of the Void, which gives him an extra channel, and Wayward Children, which is a type of cultist army, basically. You'll see Wayward Children listed on a lot of these options. And there's 4 different options. I won't go into all of them because this isn't an army book review by any means. But Wayward Children gives the whole army +1 advance, +2 march, and +1 agility. So arguably, it's making them into elves because they get extra movement and they're quicker. But that is very much not listed as fact. That's more the insinuation, basically. It doesn't say elves. It just says Wayward Children. Make of that what you will.
Fair.
Then the Demon Symbiote with Evocation as well, because I went heavy on Evocation for this one. Essence of Mithril for a 2-up armor. Lucky Charm for make it one-time rerollable. The Gem of Faith Tithe, I think that is a cultist special item, which means that you can cast a spell through another champion within 12 inches. It's basically like a familiar from the Dread Elf book. Sorceress Antennae gets you an extra channel, I think. Paired weapons and then Wayward Children again. So that's all good. I only went with one of each character because I wanted to try them out and then see what was good.
Yeah.
If I'm going into too much detail, apologies, Lucky Sixes, but I'm just thinking
we
haven't seen Cultists before and people might not know anything about the book.
Yeah, let's go.
So going into core, they've basically got one unique option of their own, which is cultists themselves. So literally just one base cultist unit, and they are like your fodder cultists. So they're like defensive skill 2, offensive skill 2, resilience 3, strength 3. They're terrible, but they're just fodder. They're basically like your rank and file who had hitting themselves in the head with holy books or whatever it was in the Monty Python films. So they're probably bad. But then you upgrade them with like Wayward Children, for example, or special things like Unholy Conduit is on my first unit, and that gives them channel 1 as on the unit.
Do they take flesh wounds?
That's a whole different part of Monty Python.
Is it?
Yes, it is. That's the night. You're speaking to a Monty Python fan. Okay.
So. Do they build shrubberies?
Yeah. I hope there's other people out there who are Monty Python fans who are just cringing with his badly timed. Anyway, I'll carry on, shall I? And then the other cultist unit has got Eldritch Tome, which is gives that unit Wizard Conclave, so they're casting spells and also get a channel. So already I've got channel 5, just with those 4 units. So that's
lots of channels.
Yeah. And then move on to the other types of units that demons can have, that cultists can have in core, which is demon units. So they can choose any
Can
of
they
the
have all of them?
four
Right,
demon
sweet.
core units. The difference is that you don't get to deploy them on the battlefield at the start of the game. You actually
Yeah.
have to summon them at the start of the magic phase using your veil tokens.
Sweet.
And I'll explain that during my first magic phase and stuff. Obviously,
So what you thought you'd do after the tournament, where you come up against demons,
Mhm.
where you didn't really know what they are, is
Yeah.
take demons and add in stuff that you didn't know and play them.
This is my ogres detox.
That's really cool.
This is
That's
totally
really
my
cool.
ogres detox. This game was only a few days after Bristol. So, coming off on the back of, I'll say it, coming off the back of 5 defeats in a row, my best ever, I got straight back on the horse or the bike.
That's the way to do it, man.
I
Crack
just
on.
said, hey, come on, it happens. But it's about how you get back on the bike, not about how you fell off.
The horse.
The horse. The bike horse.
Bike horse. No, you fall off the bike, get on the horse. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what cultists are all about, isn't it? It's totally different.
Absolutely.
So, different vehicle altogether. Yeah. So for Demon Core, I went with a unit of Lemurs and a unit of Succubi. And you can give them all the normal rules from the Demon book. They're literally as they are.
Sweet.
Going into special, go back to another single infantry unit for the cultists. These are cultist specific. They're possessed, so they're like a slightly lesser version of the demon symbiote. So instead of being the rank and file cultists, they've got demons possessed with them.
So not terrible.
They're not terrible, but I mean, if I give you their base stats, it's still nothing to write home about because they are defensive, offensive 2 still. Resilience still only 3, but their strength is 4 and their agility is 4. Sure. They get 2 attacks each, and they get Aegis 5 up and light armor. And you can choose one of the manifestations from the demon book that are listed.
Yeah. Okay.
So
cool. Aegis 5
that's
not
some
bad.
upgrades. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one I chose for this is Chitinous Scales, which gives them a 5 up armor. So they've actually got 4 up armor, 5 up Aegis, and spears. So,
cool.
That's all cool. Ritual Altar is basically like a model that also has Wizard Adept and some spells that it can cast. It can cast it. One of them is Wrath of God, which is always useful to have in your pocket.
Very nice.
But it can't move, I think.
So you got all the channels.
I know it can move, but it's a magical altar basically. Yeah, so that's another channel to add.
You're like Sky, mate.
Totally. Yeah.
Other TV shows.
That was a better one. That was a better one. I like that one.
Yeah?
Yeah. Then you got the Profane Idol, which is the cultist version of a monster, basically. And I chose the Apostate Automation.
Of course you did.
Say that quickly if you can. Which gives it a 4 up armor and +1 resilience. And it's like basically just a big monster for cultists. So 7 HP, resilience and strength 5, Aegis 5 up, supernal 5 attacks. It's just beastly, really. Cool. And then in special, you can also choose to take any of the Demon Legion special choices as well. Literally any of them, except they can't be gigantic. So you can't take, I think, the engine. No, what's it called? Can't remember, but there's one that you can upgrade to a 150 by 100 millimeter base, and that would be a gigantic model, so you can't take him.
Fair play.
Generally, you can take most of the others. And so I have chosen some Hellhounds, Clawed Fiends, a Blazing Glory, and some Furies.
Yeah, nice.
And we'll see how that works. This has been my first game for Cultists, and only vaguely understanding the rules for summoning demons. I was a bit like, well, what do you take? What weight of cultists or demons do you take? Can I manage to summon them all? So we'll see how I get on.
Yeah, man.
Don't have Stat Rats Vermin Swarms list because we never have Stat Rats Vermin Swarms list. So why bother changing things? So we go straight to deployment, and look at that pathetic cultist army.
Oh, blimey!
Yeah,
you managed to fit in a giant.
Well, I should say the Ritual Altar is in my corner. Bottom left corner.
Right, okay.
Was refused flank, but yeah, I've just got a small unit of cultists on the left. The the apostate automation in the middle. A big unit of possessed on the right with the demon symbiote, and then another unit of cultists with the cult leader at the back.
Yeah.
Simple as that, really.
Cool.
All the others are demons that I'm going to be bringing onto the board later.
It looks like he has
Go on.
some Vermin Hulks.
Yeah.
Top left. Dread Mill.
Keep
Dread
going.
Mill.
Yeah.
Then a gunner team behind it.
Yep.
Don't know what it was. Then Clan Rats.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably with some characters in. Looks like a BSB and stuff. Then another Dread Mill.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have no idea what that could be.
It's actually a vermin demon. He doesn't own one. He doesn't own one, so it's
all right. No, that's cool. Yeah, vermin
Yeah.
demon is that sort of thing. Then another gunner team, and then some vermin guard.
Very good. Yeah, it's spot on. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Easy.
well done.
So
And
vermin demon is taking up all the points.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And that is the rule book that I won at Art of War.
Oh, there we go.
Straight in there. Straight
Happy
into the
days.
action. Yeah, totally. And that's my ritual altar in the corner. Made up.
And you're treating it nicely as well, which is the main thing.
Oh, absolutely. You got to look after these
really
things.
keeping it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And we're over in Stat Rat's den, of course, as well. So that was cool.
His lair.
His lair, yes. It doesn't emerge from it very often, but still. Well, he didn't emerge from it at all. We went into it. So he gets first turn and just shuffles around a little bit.
Yeah, creating the arc.
Yeah, not very aggressive, but I guess he doesn't really know what cultists can do, which is good because neither do I.
Yeah.
He gets an erring strike. He's got divination magic, obviously. Does a wound to the profane idol.
Fair play.
And then the dread mills open up.
Oh.
And yeah, quite lucky that I only took 3 wounds actually. But I've only got 7 wounds in total. So already that guy is struggling. And he's not actually a giant, so he doesn't gain extra attacks for taking wounds. So
good.
So yeah, he's already in a bit of a problem. Which meant I retired him onto the far right flank, as far away from the Dreadmills as I could. I think the Dreadmill shooting, forgive me if I get this wrong, Vermin Swarm players, I think the Dreadmill shooting is 18 inches. So I was kind of hoping to draw them towards him if they wanted to finish him off, basically. I marched the unit of cultists on the left forward. The reason for that is that I can cast spells, I can summon demons through them based on one of their abilities that they've got. So normally a demon unit can only be summoned within 12 inches of a character with demon summoner or a rule, something like that. But because that unit has got that rule, because I've given it to them, I can cast demons near them. So I'm basically getting in his face, ready to cast some demons.
Sure, yeah.
That's the plan. Whereas the possessed just chill out for a moment because he's on the hill, and I don't really want to give him an easy charge with the vermin demon and his
makes sense.
Vermin guard.
Just if they're defensive too and stuff.
Yeah. So I realised, that actually marching that unit forward wasn't such a great idea because I got the rule wrong. And I had to cast them just there instead. I think they had to be within 12 inches of the caster, not that unit. So I thought I was giving them a rule where they could have demons cast near them, but I wasn't. But that's just one of those things with cultists, just getting used to a new book, and especially when your opponent doesn't know the book either. I could basically have done whatever the hell I liked, and I'm not even certain that this was right in the end. But the long and short of it is that's a unit of Succubi. Succubi. I think it was Succubi as opposed to Lemurs. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. You can use the evocation
to boost it.
And I got Touch the Reaper off. I think I was targeting the Dreadmills because I know that they were dangerous.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure. So he declares a charge onto that unit of cultists, and I fled it away, obviously. I didn't really want to sacrifice them completely. And the whole point of them, I was always going to flee that. it wasn't quite as good at getting demons in his face. So I'm just reassessing the line, really.
Okay.
He moves. That was his failed charge with his rat at arms, and he moves forward. Actually, I think he failed the charge with his vermin guard on the hill. Even rerollable, I think he needed a 10 and failed it twice.
Sure.
So yeah, he keeps his treadmills back a bit.
Another stacking job.
Yes.
Another stack. Oh,
absolutely.
I don't like these stacking jobs, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I should explain that in my first magic phase, you have a limit of how many. So basically, how it works is you trade a veil token for 200 points worth of summoned demons.
Okay.
So you pay for the demons in your original 4,500 points as normal, but then as the magic phase starts, after you've got your veil tokens, you pay 1 veil token for every 200 points of demons you want to bring on. And this unit of Succubi was approximately 400 points, so I paid 2 veil tokens in order to get that unit on the table. But in the first turn, there's a limit of only using a certain amount of veil tokens.
Right, okay.
Which I think might be 2 veil tokens, 400 points, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah. So that you got to think about that when you're making.
Yeah, you got to think about. You can't just pick up an army full of demons because you won't get the chance to bring them onto the board.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't bring everything on straight away, basically, even though I had loads of veil tokens. There's that. Don't think much has changed there. I think he's moved up his
aggro on the left.
Vermin hulks on the left. Yeah, moving up. I just lost one of the Succubi to shooting, I guess.
Nice. 5-up saves.
Yep. What's going on here? Oh yeah, I declared a charge with the possessed onto the vermin guard, and they fled.
It fled?
I know. I thought that was quite interesting. Yeah, we kind of went through the stats, and StatRat didn't fancy the combat. Maybe I guess he was thinking of the counter charge because that demon will rip them apart. But yeah.
All right. No, cool.
So yeah, that's fair enough. I move up the Succubi into the firing line, really. See how they can get on.
Yeah.
The cultists at the left rally, and the ones in the middle who are very much my wizard bunker, my general's bunker, not really doing a whole lot. And then into my magic phase, of course, I brought on some Furies. And the beautiful thing is, I didn't need chaff because I just summoned chaff. And the opponent cannot stop that chaff at all.
Wow, that's
literally
cool.
You summon the demons. There's no counter roll or anything like that. So long as you're within 12 inches, and these guys were within 12 inches of my demon symbiote in the possessed unit.
Yeah, the vermin demon is not a flyer,
and neither's the dreadmill. So both of those units are now chaffed. The only difficulty is that I think Furies in the demon book base cost is about 165. So technically, you've got a veil token for 200 points, and you're wasting 35 points of it.
Sure, yeah.
So I actually have 7 Furies to make it up to near 200 points because I was trying to make every demon unit 200 points or 400 points, that sort of thing. That's just one thing you've got to look at when you pick up an army. I also brought on a Quattle Blazing Glory, also within 12 inches of the demon.
Very glorious. That
glory, exactly. Yeah, so he's on. Flanking maneuver. I also brought on Hellhounds unit. So I think this time I'm using 6 veil tokens.
Yeah, nice.
No, 3. Three veil tokens. Sorry. So you do the veil, siphon the veil, find out how many veil tokens you got, and then you use a certain amount of them to bring demons on.
And then you do your magic.
Then you do your actual magic with whatever veil tokens you got left. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see in turn 2, there's nowhere near the same restrictions. I could bring on loads, and I did. I'm not sure why I put the Hellhound so far back. I think it must have been because I needed to be within certain range of a unit that had the ability to summon demons. But yeah, something like that. I'm a bit fuzzy on that rule, but anyway. I got Touch of the Reaper off again, sacrificing another cultist to get another wound on a dreadmill. chipping away at him.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Ancestral Aid on the unit that moved forward.
Help him out.
And I got Whispers of the Veil to give this unit -1 discipline and -1 resilience. Just so that if they came in, then the Succubi, who are generally low strength, can do more wounds, basically. And indeed, they do come in. They charge in, and also the Vermin Hulks.
Yeah, that's with all his characters, right?
Yes, yeah, there is.
And
apart from the Vermin,
I know we haven't had the list. I think he has a Lord, like Tyrant on a Warlitter. I don't know whether these are the actual names of the things.
Yeah.
He's got an assassin, I think, and a mage.
I have a feeling, firstly, that I think he dropped that main character. The Tyrant's gone.
Oh, right.
I think in here it's just the BSB and a wizard.
Why has he got a 4x4?
That is a meat grinder in there.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't
cleverly disguised as little rats.
Yeah, he never was rolling for that blade or weapon or anything in this battle.
The Doom blade.
I know he used to in a previous battle, but I think he dropped it for this
cool.
one.
No, that's fine.
And I'm also thinking at this stage that might not be a unit of Succubi, it might be a unit of Lemurs. Hey, I can't remember. But I had one unit of each, so I'm kind of thinking that was Lemurs now.
Fair enough.
They rallied on that side and just turned to face the Blazing Glory.
That's lucky.
The Vermin Demon also charged from Furies as well. So
yeah,
there's that. The weapon team shoots and kills a couple of cultists in the main unit. And yeah, the Lemurs got completely removed. That's why I think they were Lemurs, because the Lemurs did indeed die quite quickly. I was a bit disappointed with them, to be honest, because I thought Res 5 would be better. But they got wiped.
It normally is. A little bit of a trick with Lemurs is to play them too wide.
Too what? Really? Wow. Okay. So
because they're high
attacks against them.
Yeah, they're high res. So if you just limit the attacks coming at you, and that way you'd only have got one rat, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, and then just take them off the back.
And they're not going to kill the unit then, and then you just got to survive.
Anyway. Yeah.
Although with all the combat res coming, you probably would have popped anyway.
Possibly, it's quite a lot. Charge 3 ranks, standard, BSB. Yeah, that's already 5, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good.
Some people put an omen in it as well, but obviously with the team.
Yeah. Can't do that with the cultists, unfortunately. Yeah. No, that's a good tip though. Hot demon tips from Lucky Sixes.
Hot tips. I should do that. I should do a thing.
Yeah. Obviously, the Vermin demon goes through the Furies, and guess what happens?
He overran.
Overran 12 inches.
Oh, baby.
Now, I probably shouldn't have made it so that I probably should have made it 12.1.
That's it, mate. That's it. You made it 12.1.
Made it 12.1.
Then we're not even having this conversation.
No, we're not. I don't really know the thought process behind that, whether I actually measured the 12.1 or not.
Yeah.
I always knew I was going to chap him with Furies, but hey.
Ouch.
Yeah, so there's that. He's now in general.
So is that the possessed unit?
No. That is the Bodder unit. Yeah.
Oh shit.
They are so dead. The possessed unit do charge into the flank of the Dreadmill though. I think that was a fairly decent long charge because Starrat wasn't necessarily expecting it.
Yeah.
You'll see on the right hand side, if you can just see it, that my Blazing Glory took 4 wounds from that Dreadmill though. From the shooting. So
right, okay.
That was pretty nasty. 4 wounds? I think it's D3 plus 1. No, it's 3 shots, and each of them are multiple wounds D3, aren't they? So
how many wounds did it have?
5, I think. So it's not looking great. The other Dreadmill goes around the forest, and yeah, my lines are looking a bit thin, but I do send the Propane Idol towards the Rat-a-Tarms unit behind the Vermin Demon.
Okay.
To get him back in the fight, really, now that the Possessed are keeping the Dreadmill busy. And that's just over there, just moving my Hellhounds to get into a useful position. Ready for a counter charge if he goes for the small cultist unit.
You should rip them to pieces though, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to flee?
Probably. We'll find out in a minute.
So exciting.
Yeah. So I've got Ancestral Aid up on the unit of Possessed. I'm looking to help them get through the Dreadmill. Get Whispers of the Veil on them to make them less killy. And I summon a unit of Clawed Fiends in the middle
Nice.
to help out the Profane Idol, basically. But at this stage, I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do with them. I just knew that I wanted them up now. And so I was kind of hoping that they could do a bit of damage to that Rat of Arms unit, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, the Vermin Demon, I couldn't have a champion. I don't think in the unit. What was it? Couldn't have a champion. Don't know. Either way, my cult leader got killed outright. Whether it was in a duel or not, I can't really remember. But the unit fled, and Statrat decided not to pursue them. He let them go. But I have
it's his
lost.
turn next.
It's his turn next. But I have lost my cult leader, basically. Oh, and you'll see I've now got my Succubi units up.
Yes.
In front of the other unit. So
the other Saurians.
The other Saurians, yeah. Playing goblins for the cultists and Saurians for demons, basically.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And a few trolls. Where would I be without trolls?
Come on.
Rat-at-arms charge in there, and the Vermin Demon gets in the rear as well, which isn't fantastic. And he's thinking of overrunning. Actually, that overrun wouldn't hit the Succubi, but
into his rat.
Yeah, not going to happen. I don't think he charges his Rat Ogres in. Vermin Hulks in.
Okay.
Because you can see the counter charge with the Hellhounds. So
yeah,
there's that. He puts his. I don't think you can see it. I think there was a weapon team in with the Profane Idol. Not sure. Either chaffing or something.
Okay.
And he turns his Vermin Guard to face my Possessed after they run through the Dreadmill.
Just so he can balance with the dice.
Absolutely. Dreadmill moves around here, but doesn't hit the Hellhounds, so very happy about that.
Ooh.
This guy dies to magic, unfortunately. That blazing no glory for him, unfortunately.
You realised he was a frog.
Yeah, so actually Statrat did this move quite good. What he did is he charged his weapon team in on his own, and then overran with the Rat-at-arms after they killed the Clawed Fiends. So, yeah, good move, actually, because they got to fight twice by overrunning.
Yeah.
And that was why he had his Vermin Demon all the way on the other side, so he didn't block his own unit on the overrun. So he's not lost a step, old Statrat. He doesn't battle very often, but he still knows these little sneaky tricks.
He's got the tricks.
Yeah. The Possessed lose a couple of models. I don't really remember why.
They were in combat, weren't they, to the gunner team?
Yeah, that's true. All right, good one.
That's right, mate. I'm here for you.
Yeah, so his Vermin Hulks don't take up the charge, but I do counter-charge anyway, of course. Managed to get the Hellhounds into the flank and the Succubi in the front, so feeling quite good about that.
Nice. Yeah.
I got Wrath of God down in front of the Rat-at-arms, who have turned to face the Possessed. And his Vermin Demon obviously is lingering in the middle. So we're kind of splitting off in two directions at this point.
Yeah. Tale of two battles.
Yeah, definitely. Lose a fair few Succubi, but overrun through the.
That's to be expected. That's not too bad.
No, I wouldn't say so. You'd struggle to kill all of the Thunder Hulks, Vermin Hulks. I keep on whatever they are called. But yeah, overrun with both units to get away from the Dreadmill, because obviously that is a danger. I charge through the river and fail.
Oh no!
Go quite away. I think I must
DTs.
have rolled like a 1 and a 6 or something, and it wasn't enough.
Yeah,
that is a lot of DTs taken.
Ouch!
I think
what movement are cultists normally?
These were 5 because of my wayward children.
Okay.
But I think I may have also taken some of these wounds from Wrath of God, if I remember.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe not. Can't really remember. The Vermin Demon charges the small unit of cultists and catches them, even when they flee. The big unit that was with the general by this time has rallied. on their quite low leadership, so that was bonus. But it
Nice.
means the Vermin demons just going off and chasing crap, really, because they're not very expensive. So
Yeah.
So yeah, Wrath of God didn't come down. That must have been a heck of a lot of DTs in the river. But this is his Rat-at-Arms trying to rear charge the possessed and rolling a double 1 for his charge.
No. Did he use your dice, or did
No,
you just put
I just put my dice out there.
I was going to say, that's why.
Never use your opponent's dice. Never, never. Yeah, so that was lucky for the possessed because they could have got double charged. I think they are charging in the front though. And indeed in the combat, the possessed hold their own. They really do.
Okay, so they aren't bad then.
Yeah, lost a fair few. I think 7 possessed, but I think I killed at least 7 of the Vermin Guard as well. And I tell you what, most of that credit goes to the Demon Symbiote, the character.
Decent, yeah.
Absolutely decent. Yeah, really cool. And unlike the unit that can just choose one demon manifestation from a list, the Demon Symbiote can choose any manifestation. So one
sweet.
manifestation. Can't remember what I picked for him. Did I say in the earlier army sheet? Can't remember. I think, was it chitinous scales or?
Yes, armor. You said so. We got 4 at 5.
Yeah. Well, that might have been the unit. I'm not sure, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, because he has Mithril, essence of Mithril for his armor. But yeah, it was something awesome anyway. Really impressed with how many the symbiote killed. And I passed my leadership test as well, which is really cool. Charged the Hellhounds a long charge into his wizard, who was just standing on the edge of things.
Nice.
So that was really a bonus because his wizard got out there earlier on in order to nuke the Blazing Glory.
Yeah.
I got Ancestral Aid on the possessed to help them out in the combat. Mainly thinking I need to ensure my character does as many hits as possible.
Yeah.
Wrath of God comes down and it kills 5 Succubi and a whole load of Rat-at-Arms.
That's cool.
But still, that's just one of those things, you know. But crucially, I have got 1 Succubi left.
What's the objective?
Breakthrough.
Oh, that seems crucial.
Crucial. Take note. I lose a few more possessed, but hardly any because I killed more Vermin Guard. He's still winning combat, but again, I passed my break test.
Nice.
Which is cool.
Dwindling though. Dwindling numbers.
The trouble is for StatRat is that once he kills my possessed, which he will, he can't touch the Demon Symbiote. I've got 2 up armor save. He's only strength 4, I think.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, he's really struggling. I seem to think that the assassin was in the Rat-at-Arms unit now, as opposed to in this unit, because the assassin probably would have been able to touch the Demon Symbiote. But
sure.
yes, so the possessed are looking good. That's just the Hellhounds killing the wizard and turning to face the Vermin Guard as well. Handy. He again declares a charge with these guys and again fails.
Oh no.
So yeah, there's no reinforcements coming, I'm afraid. And we must be getting towards the end of the battle now, to be fair.
Yeah.
His Vermin Demon comes over to clear up this guy. Does 3 wounds with some divination magic, which I think is enough to get half points, but I could be wrong. Kills off the remaining possessed unit and can't hurt the Demon Symbiote. And the Demon Symbiote kills another 4 or 5 Vermin Guard. And this time, I think he wins combat. And this time it's StatsRat's turn to pass a test, which is crazy. But yeah. And that is the last picture. Stop the last picture. So that would have been in my last turn, I think.
That was his turn, so you've got 1 more turn.
Yeah, that was his turn because he charged the Rat-at-Arms in the back, didn't he? Or tried to. Yeah. So what? Yeah, in my last turn, Hellhounds charge in, and I kill the Vermin Guard. Basically, is all that needs to be said. And I march up the Succubi into his deployment zone because it was refused flank. So diagonal. And his Dreadmill fails to kill that succubi with his shooting.
Nice.
So what happens is I lost pretty much most of my army, apart from one succubi, the demon symbiote, a small unit of possessed, hellhounds. I think that was everything that I had left, because the vermin demon either cleared off the ritual altar or did most of the damage to it. So I lost a lot of my demons, because I lost the Clawed Fiends, the Lemures, the Furies,
and he's still got Vermin Demon, the Clan Rat unit, and a decent amount of characters in there as well.
A Dreadmill, and a few characters in there. So he hadn't lost much. But because I got the breakthrough from getting the succubi in, I got a 10-10.
A draw. And what fun was had?
Oh, great fun. I loved it. I mean, it's really hard learning a new army, but it is exactly the kind of detox that I needed after the Ogres.
Cool, man.
And I really enjoyed reading the book. The book's very well made. It's a lot of fun. I would definitely encourage it for people who fancy something a bit different. If you kind of like the demons, but you want to try something a bit weird and wacky, go with the Cultists, man. They're great.
Yeah, man.
I loved having like Channel 7 or whatever it was in every Magic phase. That was really cool. You just have some fun building lists, and even though I didn't win, I felt like this was such a good fun game that it was exactly what I needed after Art of War. So
brilliant.
Yeah.
No, it looked good. It looked
a
lot
well,
of fun.
So he didn't deserve to lose. So it was a really fun game. Yeah, had a lot of fun with it. Yeah.
Good work, mate.
So let us know what you think about the Cultists in the comments. I will look forward to playing them again at some point when we can get back on the table. I'm not going to lie, this is the only Cultist battle that I've fought so far.
We should have auxiliary army book
showcase
off
or something. Yeah, we should. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which one would you fancy?
Like a tournament. Well, it's hard to look past Askelanders for me. But
you've played them before. Yeah.
I know.
Well, there's three auxiliary books at the moment. 3.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. And you could probably mix in the giants in there somewhere as well. They're too OP, are they?
I don't know. I don't think they're a standalone book on their own, are they?
No, they're not an army. They're just a giant for every army.
Yeah, well, we've got to wait till the 4th supplementary army comes out, and then we'll have a 4-way knockout match.
Auxiliary off.
Yeah, we should. Cool. So stick in the comments if you've got any thoughts on Cultists. If you've played them, your experiences and all that. Ways, tips to play them, because I would love to hear them. Including playing Lemurs 2 wide.
Yeah,
and that's about it, really. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, and subscribe.
Facebook,
look out for all
Twitter.
the various stuff that we're doing at the moment. I hope you're enjoying all the content, and we will get to more content as soon as we can. But next up is going to be some of your battles, Lucky Sixes.
Yeah, and we've got a new boy to Night Phage.
Yeah. Initiation, you could call it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet, so we look forward to that in the next battle. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.
See you later.